Are you sure cannibalism is a thing of the past? That it only existed among primitive tribes or in desperate survival situations? Hello, it is Why. Today our topic is social cannibalism, how we devour each other. We no longer eat each other physically, but in a world where power and wealth are unequally distributed, the weak are still devoured by the strong, just in a different way. We call it economics, competition, survival, but in reality, it's the same primal struggle for resources, where the losers are left with nothing. Traditional cannibalism appeared in extreme survival conditions, when there was no other choice. But social cannibalism isn't about hunger or instinct. It's a system where some people accumulate power, wealth, and security by feeding off the labor, suffering, and even the lives of others. No physical violence is needed, just control over resources, information, and opportunities. Look at how the world is structured. A small group lives in unimaginable luxury while millions struggle to survive. Do you really think this is just bad luck? Or was this system carefully designed to work this way? Giant corporations crush small businesses, leaving thousands unemployed. Banks profit off loans, trapping people in debt slavery. The rich keep getting richer while the poor are squeezed dry. Politicians promise prosperity, but in the end, they just redistribute resources in favor of the elite. Wars, crises, sanctions, these are all tools used to maintain control over power and wealth. Our attention is also a resource. Media and social networks manipulate our emotions, programming us for fear, division, and blind consumption. Do you really make your own choices? Or have algorithms already eaten your free will? We're not just bystanders. We're active participants in a system that's slowly devouring itself. This is social cannibalism, a society where some survive at the expense of others, and all of us feed off the future. We condemn inequality, yet we use smartphones built with cobalt mined by children in Congo. We post about climate collapse, then book cheap flights to Bali. We demand justice, but stay silent when a coworker is fired unfairly, just to keep our own job safe. Historically, this isn't new. The Roman Empire thrived on slavery, colonial powers on the plunder of entire continents. Today, the system has grown subtler but no kinder. It hides behind slogans like consumer choice, market freedom, or technological progress. We tell ourselves we're powerless alone, and in doing so, give it permission to continue. But there is a way out, not through escape, but through conscious participation. Acknowledging our role means refusing to be a passive cog. It's not about perfection, it's about consistent, deliberate choices, whose products we buy, whose voices we amplify, which habits we rethink. Even small acts, refusing single-use plastic, supporting local makers, having honest conversations, begin to break the chain of silent complicity. Because this system doesn't rely on evil masterminds. It runs on our silence. And the moment we stop being its quiet accomplices, we become the seeds of something new. We willingly give ourselves to the system because we believe this is just how the world works. But is it really normal? Social cannibalism is not a conspiracy theory. It's the reality we live in. The real question is, in this system, are you a victim, a predator, or someone willing to change the rules? Leave a comment with your thoughts. Like and subscribe if you don't want to be just another meal for the system.